bad end. Wait, what? Kano wound up at the bad end. However, this does not mean that the choice you made for Kano was the wrong one. When did I make a choice? I only made one choice. One of the other protagonists, Achi Indo, has an impact on Kano's fate here. You can avoid bad end by making proper decisions. And other character stories for detailed hints and tips by... Oh, okay. Underlining the bad and pressing X. Okay. Honor had every reason to suspect Ichi, but arresting him turned out to be a mistake. If Ichi hadn't approached Himoto, this wouldn't have happened. Try to play Ichi's story to 10:30 and make a choice that keeps him from going up to her. If you do that, Kanto won't even have a chance to arrest him, and things should play out differently. Ah, I can play as. You can now select Achi Indo, one of the other protagonists. Let's follow Achi's story for a little while. Achi! Achi! Okay. Okay. Shirt on quickly. Yeah. Damn, it's bright outside. Achi Indo called out at the door to his father's room. Okay, I'm heading out. Sure. His father sounded unconvinced. He didn't even open the door. Sure you don't want me to stay here in the shop? It's not like we're gonna get any customers. Achi Grams. Yeah, I guess so. Guess not. The drawer by the front door held a stack of heavy trash bags. Achi pulled out a few of them. Guess it's gonna be like that kind of day. He stuffed the trash bags into his pockets, then slipped on his favorite pair of sneakers. Entryway to Aichi's home also led into the family shop. Various pieces of electronics were piled up like so much junk in the tiny retail space. The slight bump through the slightest bump brought the risk of an avalanche. So he's like a hoarder? Achi wove his way through the gaps in the appliances like a spelunker exploring a cave. From Shibuya Station, if you make your way past the 109 building, then up through Doguzma, you'll come across an old shopping district. Nestled in its outskirts, Endo's Electronics in the same place it's been for decades. Within dimly lit interior, you'll find rows of wares all caked in dust. At a glance, you might as well assume the place was closed. A mom and pop place like Endo's couldn't compete with the big consumer chains booming through Shima. So far, the store had remained in business thanks to the locals who appreciated that they made house calls to do repairs. But things weren't looking good for the future. Achi's oldest son, normally successor to the business, had no interest whatsoever in working there. Achi stepped out of the shop and into the sunny morning air. The good weather lifted his spirits. Alright, time to do this. He unfurled one of the garbage bags, which the wind and fluttered like a cape. Then he slowly made his way towards Shibuya Station, scanning his surroundings, and all the while, sheesh, this place is filthy. He paused to pick up plastic bottles that had been tossed on the ground. Then, with a heavy sigh, slipped them in the crushed. He slipped the crushed into his receptacle into his bag. Okay, so he crushed the bag. Yeah, okay. He put them in the bag. So he likes his hometown. He likes to have it clean. He picked up trash around town like this for about 6 months now. Let's see. It had gotten so that the sort of garbage most people would hardly notice stood out to him like a sore thumb. Most days he filled his trash bag to the top by the time he made it from his house to Dogzuma to the train station. Today he was halfway to the station when a woman's anxious voice caught his attention. I'm sorry. I'm in a bit of a hurry here. He looked up and saw a timid-looking woman confronted by two men, one with brown hair and one with black hair. From the look of them, he guessed that the men were scouting for some hostess club. He ran into this sort of thing pretty frequently on his trash cleaning. Am I shaking? Yeah, I'm shaking. Okay. Pretty frequently on his trash cleaning walks around the town. Another kind of trash. Go back. Yeah, another kind of trash to take care of. Achi quickly interposed himself between the girl and the recruiters. Two recruiters. Hey, can't you see that you're bothering her? Huh? Who the hell are you? The two men glared. Take a hike, pal. Hachi stood his ground. Look, she ain't interested. You're just gonna have to find some other mark. A hustler's annoyance turned to open rage. Well, well, listen to you. You got a bit of a mouth, huh, buddy? The brown-haired thug smacked his lips around his chewing gum like a dog worrying a bone. How about we take this someplace more quiet? Someplace more quiet. Oh, come on, seriously. This means what this means can depend on the person speaking to. A young woman, let's go someplace more quiet, might be suggest a cafe or park, but to a street punk it might mean an alley where passerbyers are unlikely to interrupt. The girl stood by uneasy, watching the ongoings. Hey, take it easy. I'm not looking for trouble. Is that supposed to be an apology? On your knees and beg, pal. The man spat out his gum onto the ground. I actually looked at the glinting wad of gum on the sidewalk. Ugh. His last shred of goodwill vanished. Better pick that up right. You better pick that up right now. What? Did you hear me? 'Cause I told you to get down on your knees and back. Hachi's hand shot out. Hachi's hand shot out, grabbing the man by the jaw. Ooh, damn, he's fast. Whoa, whoa, easy, pal. The other man, bravo, drained from his face. Yeah. Photo? Drained from his face. Hachi tightened his grip on the brown-haired hustler's jaw. Sweat dripped from the man's reddened brow. Ugh. Ugh. The man struggled, but Hachi tightened his grip. Gum's a real pain in the ass to clean up after it's been stuck to the street, you know? Ever stop to consider that? Wait, are you... Are you? The other hustler panicked. His eyes had fixed on Echi's chest. Ah! Oh, crap! That shirt, man. The guy's voice was starting to break. That's, I mean clean. That's means clean. A guy with a mean clean shirt. Mean clean. Carrying around a trash bag. That means you're... His face went pale. Grah. Beam gleam. The other man echoed in the words through his hell-shut jaw. Tears welled up in his eyes. Get it right, pal. Hachi clenched the man's jaws harder still. It's mean clean. Ow, 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 ow. We're sorry, man. You're Achi, right? Dude, we honestly had no idea. Come on, man. You gotta cut us some slack. The man scrambled to snatch the wad off the street, stuffing it in his pants pocket. Damn. Finally, Achi let go of his companion. The brown-haired hustler face was twisted up with fear. Tears streamed down his cheek. What the hell has he done? Grasping out, hastily apologizing, the two thugs scrambled off. Hey, so... A shy smile came to the girl's face. Why is the girl's? Oh, I guess I done brought her. A second-year student at Midoriyama Academy Law School. These hustlers managed to corner her while she was on her way to her part-time job at cafe. It's popular plot in trashy novels for the main character to fall in love with a hustler like these guys, but such things really happen in real life. Okay, what was that? Girl's face. Thank you for saving me. No, I apologize. Huh? The girl stared in surprise. You'll run into creeps like that now and then, but don't hold it against us. Shibuya is a good town. Huh? Yeah, okay. As she gave her a quick wave, then turned and continued on his way down Dog's Law. Achi was Shimba born and raised. He was neatly aware of all the changes the ward had seen since he was a kid. Grocers, stalls, and inconspicuous little side streets, tiny parks nestled between buildings. Achi knew it all like the back of his hand. Trash, human or otherwise, had no place in this town, not on his watch. Achi made his way down towards Shibuya Station. Throngs of people scuffled to and fro across the street to the scramble. The view shifted consistently from one moment to the next moment, almost as if the city itself were alive. And if the city was alive, a living thing, then Shibuya Station was its heart. With streets like that place and the center of that place serving as the artery pumps a bloodstream made of people. Today, as ever, the heart was pumping that blood to every nook and cranny of Shibuya. And there was Achi, just another part of this great urban organism. Okay. Guess I'm one of the city's white blood cells. Or wait, maybe I'm a red blood cell. Hold on. Is that right? Or did I have it right the first time? White blood cells eliminate pathogens from the bloodstream. Red blood cells carry oxygen through the body. Hachi was probably thinking of white blood cells. Yo, Saith, what's up? Sorry, didn't see you there for a second. Emerging from his reverie, he noticed a rather conspicuous young woman standing by the statue of, here we go, outside of Shibuya Station. Oh, she's totally my type. My type. Let's see what his type is. My type. Should be up to someone's alley to be someone's cup of tea. I don't think I need to continue that line. Wonder if she's a model or small-time actress or something. Looks like she's waiting for someone. Probably another guy. Dang. Good looking as she was, there was no way she wasn't already taken. What kind of guy scored a girl like that? A girly girl? Probably the rich ass CEO of an IT company or something. Then wait, whoa. Crouching down to tie off the trash bag, he continued gazing wistfully at the girl. Then he noticed something particular. Oh, there I am. Hey here. LOL. She was carrying a attached case, the kind of businessman might use. It was large and apparently so heavy that she was struggling to hold it despite using both her hands. Now, oh, there we go. You've reached a decision point. Let's have actually not approach her. Use this to... Okay, I got that. Now, what kind of person makes a young lady lug around something heavy like that? I actually figured he offered to carry it for her. But first, I gotta dump this trash bag. He looked around. Oh, PlayStation went off. Excuse me. But first I gotta dump this trash. He looked around to see if there was a garbage bin nearby. Okay, he looked around. Now Archie won't approach Himura, which means he will avoid being arrested by Kanto. At the same time, Kano's fate will also change, and he will no longer end up in a bad ending. So let's switch back. Kano's story. Time chart. Press triangle to open it. Switching back. Now it's time to switch. Okay, so how do okay, this is the time chart. It shows the protagonist's progressions through the storyline. Decision points are marked with the symbol. Kano's fate has changed based on Aichi's action. At 10:30, block, then press OK. So, go to 10:30, press step. Suspicious man, 10:30. He's no longer going over there, so we should be able to catch him. I suppose you could call it that Kano gave his wary chuckle and his partner laughed of shame. I remember that part. There he is! Kano's voice chirped suddenly through the earpiece. Holy shit, that is a different person. The man in the black coat. He's not Japanese. Look! Looks to be in his early 30s. Previously, Achi got mixed up with Kano and the police, but now another man has appeared instead by changing what Achi did. You've also changed Kano's story. A foreign man had emerged from the crowd about 15 feet from where Himoto was standing. He made his way toward her, his expression blank. Good blank expression. He didn't match the description Himoto had given them, but Kana felt a jolt of nerves all the same. Maybe the kidnapper was using an accomplice to snatch the ransom. Alright, Sasmo raised his eyebrow. This may be our guy. This was it. Connor swallowed the lump in his throat. He bent his knees, readied for action. Blood rushed to his leg muscles, banishing the stiffness that had begun to take hold. A few whispers in her ear meant that he must be this culprit. Was this the culprit? Or perhaps the stranger took hold of the case. It was him! And mass detectives began to close in. Let's go, Kano! On it, Sama and Kano leaped into action, but they never expected what happened next. A bomb exploded. With the case clutched in both arms, the man suddenly running right toward them. Oh boy. Keep out! Is that it? Kano's story has suddenly hit a keep out. Keep out refers to a point in the story where your progress is currently stopped. In order to advance beyond the keep out, you need to jump from another protagonist story at 10:30. Another protagonist story at 10:30. Achi has the text. Young man in a suit sets as Young man in a suit set as red keywords. Checking these red-eyed words will allow you to jump from Achi's story back to Kano's story. Now head back to Achi's story and keep an eye out for that key phrase. Oh no! You guys remember what the key phrase was? Oh boy. Hopefully I remember when I see it. Okay, so try following the story from Achi 10:30, approaching the girl. So this is him. Okay, so moving forward. I think it was here it said, right? Okay, press up to go back to reread the section that you've already played through. Scroll ahead through the text you've already already read. Press down to rewind in advance like this. Okay. Yeah, first I gotta go dump the bin. Okay. Huh? A man had come up beside the girl. Here we go. He was dressed in black and he wasn't Japanese. It looked like they were having a conversation. The girl nodded tensely at something the man said. Hachi stared. Something tells me that it's not her boyfriend. The girl handed the case over to the man. He took hold of it with his right hand and began to walk briskly away. Ow. Whoa! A nearby homeless man suddenly leaped over Achi and broke into a run as if he'd been waiting for this very moment. Very moment. Sprinting alongside him was a young man in a suit. These are the red words you're looking for. Important keywords that let you jump between different protagonists. These stories allow you to shift between characters at specific points. These can also allow you to clear out, keep out in another character's story, let you read on. If you come across red text, press square to online. Okay. A wind will appear along you to jump you from protagonist. Okay. Another at the point, then okay, let's continue. The other character's story after the keep out will give it a try. Okay, so jump. Nope, not that one. We want this one. Achi Takano. By performing a jump from this scene, you can advance another protagonist's stories past keep out. Press X to confirm that you want to jump over. Yes. Woohoo! So we now know where Achi is. Achi's behind them. Let's go, Kano! On it! Sama and Kano leapt into action. You did it! Jump successful! In 428, you will often need to jump to get past another character's keep out. Jump from red words to keep clear a keep out. Keep this in mind as you advance through the story. Okay, there won't be any more tutorial messages for a while. If you get stuck somewhere, tough. No. Change protagonists or make different choices to advance. You can now use the time chart and the main menu from the main menu. You can access gameplay explaining this from the settings. Press triangle to open time chart and options. But they never expect what happened next. With the case clutched in both arms, the man suddenly veered, running right toward them. What? Catching sight of the two detectives, the suspect staggered to a halt, then bolted off in a new direction. Kano whipped off his costume, glasses, and followed hot pursuit. At the crosswalk, the signal changed to red, and the flow of foot traffic abruptly halted. Just as quickly as hundreds of cars lurched back into motion. There was suddenly no escape for the culprit now, or so it appeared. The conversing cops slowed their pace, confident in the man was cornered. Then the foreigner barreled straight into the intersection, dodging between the oncoming cars without any hesitation. The mob of detectives came to a halt, not eager to rush to their deaths along with him. Kano, however, remained in hot pursuit, charging into the traffic at the crossing. Kano, are you crazy? Come back! Kano heard Sama's shouting, but his feet kept carrying him onward. Ow! With shouts and sirens echoing all around him, Connor closed in on the foreigner. Just a little closer, and he'll be in tackle range. He leaned forward and prepared to pounce, his eyes fixed on the culprit's feet. It was now or never. Connor, back off! Don't take him down! It was Kaza, shouting through Kano's earpiece. Huh? Kano hesitated in surprise. Had he really just been ordered not to apprehend the criminal? Let him go for now. The real perp is someplace else. Real perp. Perp is police jargon? Yeah, meaning for perpetration. Perpetrator. Here, Kaza is referring to the fact that the principal offender in the case must be someplace else. What had happened to the plan? He had been told that all personnel were to secure the area ASAP. Didn't HQ want them to catch the perpetrator? Arresting team stayed on the foreigner's tail. Arresting team, okay, please, yeah. Forensic team, you can read this if you want, just leave for a second. And okay. Getting busy across referring photos. Even if the foreigner was only an underling hired for this one task, the police had now tipped their hand and that they had been lying in wait. If they hadn't locked things down now and get more info on the kidnapper, a girl's life might be in stake. Kanto recalled another maxim from his Dick diaries. Dictum number 12. Always assume a worst case scenario. Sorry. If Kazum had told him to let this guy go, that implied he was counting on the team that was now in position. But if the crook had planned a way to break through the police dragnet and escape with ransom, and he succeeded. What was the right call here? Should he take this guy down or back off after all? Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. He had to catch this guy ASAP. Let the other officers chase after the guy. Kana had his own job to do. I think this one sounds more like the one I want to do. Follow orders. Don't be that guy. There's other officers that could chase him down. Kana had his own job to do. He broke off his pursuit, pointing the next wave of detectives in the direction of the foreigner had fled. Kana had almost gotten close enough to get a good look at the guy's face. But if Kaz had ordered him to let the guy go, well, his boss should know what he was doing. The perp was someone else's problem now. He had just ceased his pursuit when Kaz's panicked voice sounded shrill in his ear. Someone take Himoto! Someone has taken Himoto! Kana recognized Kaz's trademark squonking immediately. Wonk wonk. Subject is male. He appears to be carrying a gun. He's fleeing in the direction of Meijin Dori. What? Kana could hardly believe it. Himura had been kidnapped. She had been abducted by whoever had taken Maria. So now we have both girls taken. Ruby. But why? Someone must have been waiting for the moment when the police took their eyes off her. Something's very wrong here. What in the world's going on? I think the true target was her all along, and Maria just happened to be mixed up in the whole thing. Kana hurried in search for the man who'd taken Himoto. He was heading toward Meiji Dori. There was a good chance he'd gone down one of the alleyways nearby. After darting through the side streets, he spotted a different man, another foreigner, crossing an intersection a few dozen meters ahead. The man was dressed in black, just like the other guy who grabbed the ransom money. Kaza, right. The kidnapper wasn't acting alone. But something was amiss. Himoto isn't with him. Where is he? Where is she? Kanta skidded around the corner, then stopped short. The man in black was standing there, pointing a gun right at him. Shit. Before Kanta could react, the man fired. Well then! Kanta felt hot all over as if he were on fire. Bad ending. All except for his chest. Pressured against the asphalt, and the palms of his hands felt so cold. So cold. So cold. There was nothing he could do. Nothing that is except lie there and watch as his killer turned and walked away. Bad ending. Okay. I got shot by a foreigner. Okay. Let's go back here. Let's go back to Achi. Let's we continue from here. Whoa. Okay, man in suits. Then seemingly from everywhere, a whole bunch of other guys burst into motion. Whoa. First one, then another, a third, a fourth, a fifth, over a dozen now. Whoa. What the heck? Clearly something big was going down. Were they after the case? With moments, Achi lost sight of them all through the crowd. With that many people chasing him, the guy with the case was sure to get caught. But wait, what about the girl? Achi turned back around. The girl was standing there. She was staring in the direction that the man who taken the case had gone, a worried expression on her face. Achi couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe he should go talk to her and ask what was wrong, what was going on. Another crazy day in Shibuya. They had to be shooting a scene for a film on a location. It would probably be a mistake to intrude. Let's go and shoot anyway. I actually couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe he should go talk to the girl. Maybe he should do something. Okay, but just as he was making up his mind, a middle-aged man in a ratty business suit scuffled awkwardly over to her first. Was there something wrong with one of his legs? He was using a cane to walk. Then one of his hands slipped into his jacket pocket. Achi could scarcely believe his eyes. Boom, boom. A revolver? Cult Detective Special. Ooh, interesting. A .38 caliber revolver introduced in 1927 by a Colt manufacturer company. A classic example of a snob-nosed revolver. As the name implied, the weapon is frequently carried by detectives, narcotic officers, and the liked for self-defense. A revolver. Suddenly, a young man came running through the crowd. Seeing him, the man with the cane turned on his heel and vanished in a scramble. Something big was going on. What is all this? The young man was closing in on the girl, his expression grim. The guy's up to no good. I actually sprang into motion. Yeah! Leaping high, Archie delivered a flying kick to right between the man's shoulder. I think I did the wrong thing. The guy went down, but recovered surprisingly fast, spinning back to his feet to grapple with Achi. What the hell's your problem? What the hell is your problem, man? Achi snapped. The two stood staring each other down as the crowd swirled around them. Let go of me. Let go of me. You let go of me first. After you let go of me, sure. You first, pal. Don't you call me pal, man. Don't you call me man, pal. What? Neither of the men were willing to yield. The crowd partnered to avoid the scuffle passerbys while staring at both sides. Well, crap. Achi had gotten a sudden sinking feeling what the hell am I even doing? Jumping in over her head as usual. His anger melted away. He loosened his grip. Without further argument, the man let go of Archie's jacket. Turning quickly away, the stranger hurried over to the statue where where he dropped to his knees, dejected. The girl who had been standing there was nowhere to be seen. Maybe this was the guy she was been waiting for. The guy was clearly upset that she was missing. Aichi, actually felt kind of bad for him. He decided it would be wise to leave while the guy's attention elsewhere. Whew! He hurried back along the road to his house. The wind had gone out of his sails and he didn't feel much like cleaning up trash anymore. Ah well, I guess I'll read some manga and go to bed. Better play it safe before the day's gotten any worse. Another bad news ending. Tussle with a stranger. Alright, so we're at bad news bears with him, so let's go back and yes, I know. So I guess I gotta go back here. Okay, as she turned back to the girl that was staring in the direction. Okay, so the one I did last time was this one, wasn't it? No, yeah, couldn't shake the feeling. So it has to be another crazy day. Another crazy day in Shibuya. It would probably be a mistake to intrude. Yeah, I bet that's what this is. Some TV show about a kidnapping, and the girl has to make a ransom handoff. And there's probably some actor lurking about there playing the handsome detective, the suave, handsome detective. Achi gave a chuckle and turned away. A soothing breeze blew by as wispy clouds drifted overhead, then picked a nice day for a shoot. Smiling onward, he resumed his trash-picking mission, wondering what other surprises the day would hold. Excuse me. A few moments later, he heard a loud bang and the scramble went into an uproar. Huh? Somebody blew a tire? People were running from all directions to see what had made the sound. Or maybe they were shooting an action scene now. Achi was a tad bit concerned, but he strolled away from the scramble without looking back. Maybe he he'd head out to this place, neighborhood in Shinjuku Ward in the southeastern part of Tokyo, located approximately 14 kilometers. Why am I? Okay, yeah. To stretch his legs a bit. It was best not to get distracted. There was trash needed collecting. Okay. So I got two bad news bears. Okay, follow or not to follow. I think this is where his ended in a bad one. The other one's ended too bad, so let's see. Okay, take this guy, back off. Okay, so I can't let him go. Can't let him go. Gotta catch him. Had to catch him, this guy, ASAP. The man darted down a narrow alleyway. Connor ran fast. The man sprinted through the side streets. Eventually he knew his way around Shibuya pretty well. He noticed two people over by a trash pile. At first they appeared to be a young couple. Then looking more closely, he realized that the girl was Himoto. Mr. Kaza, I've located Himoto. The couple took off running. The rough-looking guy dragged Himoto by the hand. She was with a man in his 20s. It looked like she was being led away against her will. Clarify, please, Gaza demanded. What is going on? I'm not sure. Was this guy a member of some crime group? It looked like the two were running away from something. Alright, we'll handle the foreigner. You go after Himoto. Got it. Kano sprang into action. Stop right there! The young man glanced back at Kano. Rather than stopping, he picked up his speed, continuing to drag her along with him. She didn't seem quite able to keep up. Kana knew he could catch them. He tried to close the distance in a sprint. After a short distance, the young man stopped, realizing he could not outrun his pursuer. Wah, wah, wah. Right. Shielding Himoto behind him, he glared at Kano. Why didn't you run off? Why did you run off? Kano demanded. Because you were chasing us. A blunt lie. People didn't just bolt like that without a good reason. The young, tough started edging away, keeping Himoto behind him. Connor followed. Look, just let the girl go. The guy glanced back at Himoto. She shook her head fearfully. Maybe this troublemaker had warned her to keep her mouth shut. You've got this, Kano. Just don't let them out of your sight. Gah! Suddenly a blow to the top of his head left him staggering. I think someone hit me from behind. His eyes spun as he reeled with vertigo. There was flapping sounds and a vague black shape wheeled above him. Was that a crow? It was the last thing Kano saw before his vision went dark. Bad ending. Okay, was that a crow? Yes, no, I know. I won't take your hint. Not that I needed it. Okay, so now we're gonna switch to Achi. Now he doesn't have a bad ending anymore. What? How do I get over there? Oh, this is different. With a single fluent motion, the man lifted up the gun and pointed it at the girls in the girl's direction. He was aiming right for her head. Huh? The girl had noticed the man with the cane now. Seeing the gun pointed right at her, she froze in fear. Achi didn't hesitate, breaking into a full run as he tackled the gunman. With his might, with all his might, caught off guard, the man sprawled to the pavement. But the would-be assassin kept hold of his weapon and quickly scrambled back to his feet. Achi knew he had to act fast. He grabbed her. He grabbed the ashen-faced girl by the arm and attempted to drag her away. "This way," he shouted. She stared at him, uncomprehending, trembling like a startled animal. "Come on, run!" Excuse me. Okay. Finally, the girl snapped out of her daze and gave a fearful nod. "The police box! Let's go! Let's get out of here! Let's go to the police box. That sounds safe. The police box, let's go!" Still pulling the girl by the hand, Achi headed for the police box outside of the train station. But it was empty. Really? There was always policemen staffing these things. Why did it have to be unmanned now? Achi flashed worried glance behind him and saw the assassin in pursuit like a man possessed. Yikes! This is not good. This is not good. There was nothing they could do but run. With the frightened girl in town, Achi ran beneath the JR Yamada line, rail pass over. Okay, a rail loop line that serviced the Tokyo typically morning rush. Okay, stretched from that station to that station. Sometimes crowded sometimes crowded as high as 216% capacity, roughly 300 people riding the space designed for 143 passengers. Unrelated to the line, subways like that operate in the city of Kobe. Don't worry, just trust me, he told her. But first, they sped past a convenience store where an employee was cleaning up the sidewalk. Here, take this, will ya? Hachi tossed over the bag of trash. Huh? Wait. Huh? This way. They slipped through the crowd and into a nearby back alley. But this was a dead end. But this way's a dead end, the girl said, breathlessly. Like I said, just trust me. Stopping abruptly, Hachi kicked a wooden plank covering a gap between the two buildings, clearing a space that a person could fit through. See, we can get away through here. In you go. But the girl just stood there, looking terrified. What's the matter, Hachi? Come on, we gotta hurry. But She looked at him as if, too, he was about to pull a gun on her. He could hardly blame her. After all, he just some random guy who turned up out of nowhere. But this was no time for dilly-dallying. The man with the cane appeared at the end of the alley. They just stood there He was going to catch them. Okay, sweetheart, hear me out, he said in a rush. The name's Hachi Endo. I live in the neighborhood and I am not the kind to stand idly by when a girl is being chased by some killer. So please, just trust me and I'll do my best to keep you safe. He hoped the look in his eyes could convince her he was being on the level. After a painful long moment, the girl nodded and accepted. Phew. Right. Let's start with this. They paused beside an enormous stack of beverage crates. With a quick shove, Archie knocked the whole pile down, sending it cascading across the pursuer's path. Now that's a close call. The man with the cane was floundered, struggling to get past the fallen crates. My bad, man, Hachi called out. Mind cleaning that up for me? The man scurried back at them and fumbled for his gun. Hachi flashed him a wave goodbye, then slipped away between the buildings with the girl. Log lady hurried down a narrow alleyway. They emerged on the other side, on a side street lined with dive bars and clubs. Assuming the man with the cane hadn't given up, he would probably lie and wait on the other path back to the main road. Hachi decided the best bet was to try to stay inconspicuously rather than risk getting caught on the move. Damn it. Guess we can lie low here for a bit, he said. He led the girl to the entrance of a tiny old hostess club. She followed him reluctantly. Achi flicked the switch inside the front door, and Chizzy chamber glowed to life. Chandelier? Yeah, chandelier. A chinksy chandelier glowed to life. He sat the girl down on the small sofa beside the counter. I could already tell this went down a different path than they previously went. She gave him a worried look. Achi felt a pang of embarrassment as he realized what she must be thinking. Oh no, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not gonna try any funny business. Someone I know used to run this place. It's not in business anymore, so I figure we're safe here. The girl chuckled at his evident discomfort. Alright then, she said. So, we good? We're good. Okay, well, good. Achi made a vague attempt to straighten his disheveled clothes. So, how about some introductions? I'm Achi Endo, like I said earlier. Just call me Achi. I'm Himoto Azumua. You can call me Himoto, I guess. With each new word out of Himoto's mouth, Achi felt his heart sing. Oh! She was charming, personable. Just about everything about her was captivating. Achi had never met another girl like her. Achi? What? Is something the matter? You were spacing out there for a bit. Achi shook his head and to dispel his daze. Damn it. This is no time to get it all starry-eyed. He needed to think of some way to keep her safe from the guy who was after her. Oh, so many chords. Okay. Look, can you tell me what the heck's going on? Please, I need to know if I'm going to help. I need to know if I'm going to help you. Right, okay. I'm really not sure where to begin. Himoto looked down, lost in a thought. Apparently, hers was a long story. Alright, she said at last. I guess I'll just explain things as they have happened. Wait, hold up. Could you keep it as simple as you can? I mean, I'm not really the sharpest tool in the shed. Complicated explanations aren't exactly my strong suit. As a suit isn't my strong suit. Okay, Himoto chuckled. I'll try my best. She got comfortable and then started her story. And then we should be caught up. Story. So, last night somebody abducted my sister. The kidnapper demanded I make the ransom handoff personally. He told me to stand by the statue and Shinbai. Okay, whoa, hold up a second. Suddenly, Achi had suddenly lost the thread of the conversation. At times like this, you can press up to go back and reread what you have already seen. You can also press down quickly to scroll past. Oh, that, I could have used that a while back. A mark will appear in the upper right corner of the screen while you are... Okay. Okay, so where was I? He told me to stand by the statue, okay, at Shibuya at 10 o'clock. In the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. To make the exchange. So I did, and this man came by and took the case with the money, and then afterward that other guy with the cane came up and pointed his gun at me. Could you say that again, but like simpler? Huh? Sure. I'm just having trouble following this all. I mean, is this the plot of some movie or some soap opera? Soap opera. Whoa, calm down there, Wizbot. Damn. No, that's not... Or some kind of hidden camera show? This is real. This really happened. The look in Himura's eyes was dead serious. She's got to be telling the truth. What would be the point of lying? And he's seen the case, and he's seen the gunman himself. How much was the ransom, if you don't mind me asking? Himura hesitated. 50 million yen, she said, after a moment. Echi gave a whistle in amazement. The detectives told me that was a typical amount for a kidnapper to ask for. It's plenty, that's for sure. I guess there's good money in that sort of thing. As soon as the words were out of, he realized he was his blunder. Sorry, I should have put that a better way. He fidgeted awkwardly, and Himura looked away. I'm an idiot, but okay, I think I get this kidnapping thing. So I'm guessing those who chased the guy who took the ransom were undercover cops. He replayed the scene in his head. But then the kidnapper took the case and ran away, right? So if you were empty-handed, why'd that guy with the cane come after you? Honestly, I'm not sure. Himura's words trailed off. This was clearly difficult for her to talk about. Anyways, we should probably get you to the police as soon as we... No, we can't do that. Himura's tone was resolved. I can't take this to the police. Why not? Achi waited for an answer, but none came. After a long and awkward silence, she stood up from her seat. I really appreciate the help, but I should go now. She gave Achi a deep bow. Nah, hold on. What do you mean you go? Go where? He hurried to intervene as she headed for the door. I don't want to cause you any more trouble. I'll figure the rest out on my own somehow. Hey, I said hold on. Himura ignored him and opened the door, and their argument came to an abrupt halt. How the hell is he there? Standing there was the man with the cane, and his revolver in hand. Pow? Shit nuggets. To be continued. What? Cliffhanger. Echi Endo. Story ends here. However, Shima still has more to do. Read along further in Kato's story. Let's go here and let's see how this one goes off. The man darted down a narrow alleyway. Kato ran fast. Kato ran faster. Man sprinted through the side streets. Eventually he knew his way around. Hey. The man shot up onto a major thoroughfare, then bolted up a pedestrian bridge. Just where the heck this guy was heading. Halfway across the bridge, the man stopped abruptly. Cautious, Kato stopped as well. Okay, creepy guy. Height, roughly 190 centimeters. Age, 30. Hair, dark brown. Clothing, all black. A moment later, the man flashed a triumphant sneer, and he held the case. Before Kanto could even yell stop, it was already too late. The man threw the case down the roadway below. No! Panicked Kanto appeared over the railing. A man on a motorcycle was waiting beneath the bridge. Really? Beneath the bridge. I've been had. Kanto bit his lip hard. Damn it! Kanto sprint back down the bridge. Hearing the bike's engine roar to life, he had to make it in time. No. Descending the stairs 4 at a time, he leapt toward the roadway, but the bike sped out of reach, and roared away in the direction of Yogi, leaving Kanto in its dust. Looking back up the overpass, he saw the man who'd thrown the case running away. He handed the money off to someone else. He's currently on that motorcycle heading toward Yogi. He reported to Kaza, completed. Kanto slumped down in dismay. The cops had played right into the criminal's hands. Now the crooks were getting away and people's lives were in danger. Was there any greater failure in a policeman? Staring off into the distance where the man who had thrown the case had disappeared, Kanto grit his teeth. To be continued. That is that. Alright. I finished reading both character stories for K and 428. You will make your way through the protagonist stories and parallel like this, even outreach. Give 10 hours. Okay, cool. That has been 3 demos. 3 demos. Oh, interesting. Gum shoo shoo gum shoo 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 gum. I do like the interactive storyline. That's pretty cool. Alright. I've been Super Beast, and you've been watching these 3 demos on The Last Arcade. Later.